Okay, I've got my ham biscuit. The voice is coming back slowly but surely. It's rained all morning, rained last night. Everything is soaking wet. You can see the sky. Looks like it could drop any minute, but I'm a day behind. If y'all watched the video yesterday, you know why. So we're going to do what lawn care guys do. We're going to plug through and get everything that we can get, and that's all we can do, right guys? So let's see how the day turns out. I think we can turn something productive out of it. If we get 2 yards mowed, we get 2 yards mowed. That's 2 that we didn't have done. So weather conditions aren't right, but it can't always be sunny and 72 and just rain at night, can it? So let's get to eating. Let's get on down the road. Okay, y'all know I've got a bunch of trimmers. That one up there, that's the 3020T. It only gets pulled out whenever I'm dealing with really thick stuff. That's my big boy. And then I've got two 2620Ts. And then this is the one that used to be a hedge trimmer. But I put a 225 handle on it. And for some reason, it's lighter. But it's just a 2620. It doesn't have the extra torque. So Nick, what do you do with 3 string trimmers? And it's just one of you. Well, I usually fill them all up with gas at the same time. And I'll grab this one. Next yard, I'll grab this one. Next yard, I'll grab this one. Well, do you have a favorite? If it's a big yard and a lot of walking, I usually grab that one because it's lighter than the other 2. But my favorite one is my oldest one. This one's 4 or 5 years old. And I don't know why. I just like it the best. It just feels the best in my hand. But I like that one because it's, like I said, it's lighter. So yeah, that's what I do. I just take turns, and then the gas seems to go a lot longer since I'm just using one on each yard. So yeah, that's what I do with all those trimmers, guys. All right, guys, believe it or not, I have a pet peeve, a YouTube pet peeve. Would y'all like to hear it? I hope so, because I'm going to tell it to you. Even people that I follow do this. People that I like and make videos and are big on YouTube and mainly Instagram, TikTok, all this stuff. They all do it. That doesn't bother me as bad as the little guys, and I'm getting to this. But my pet peeve in social media is you can make $2,500 a week in lawn care. You can make $3,000 a week in lawn care. This is the one that gets me. Now is the time for you to take that leap of faith and leave that full-time job and start your lawn care business. They get views, they get clicks. Everybody watches them. I understand it. What ticks me off about them is because, yeah, you make $2,500, $50, 10 yards a day, $50, 5 days a week, $2,500. Easy as pie. And then you'll see these guys. What kills me is you'll see these guys out in California or Arizona or where they're. I've got some subscribers. Nothing against Arizona. It's just usually where they're at. And they're in these cookie cutter neighborhoods. And they've got a push mower and a weed eater and a blower in the bed of their pickup truck. And they're like, okay, it's 9:30 in the morning. I already knocked out 4 yards. And their yard's about 20 by 20 for the front yard and maybe 15 by 15 for the backyard. And they're charging $60 for it. See how easy that was? It's easy money. People act like lawn care is so hard. But look what I've already got done today. And it's 3 o'clock. I'm done for the day. I'm going to go to Starbucks and have me a capo latte. And I hate it. I hate those guys. Drives me crazy. So somebody commented, guys, I can't keep them all straight. I try and keep all y'all straight. But thanks for sharing this video, because all we see is the glamour, not glamour of it, but the upside of it. Don't show the downside of it. So are there guys out there doing these cookie cutters making $2,500 a week? Yeah, probably. But are they telling you how much they're spending on gas? Are they telling you how much they're doing this? That's what I want to dive into. This is what they're doing, you guys, a huge injustice by not telling you the truth. So guys that subscribe to my channel, I know 2 or 3 people that's trying to get into lawn care right now, thinking about going into it full time or already into it full time and seeing the struggles of it. This one lady, they think they've got all the answers and it's going to be so easy. So if any of you guys that regularly watch this channel know somebody that is that's thinking about getting into lawn care, have them watch this video. The first thing I want to address, the first thing is these influencers that are going, now is the time for you to start your lawn care business. Number one thing, guys, if you got a full-time job, chances are you've got benefits. What I mean by benefits, health insurance, dental insurance, life insurance, vacation. It's guaranteed. Yeah, the job may suck. It's job security. You got a family to think about. And ask any lawn care guy, what do you do for health insurance, and see what they tell you. A lot of us are pay as we go. And if you have a heart attack, bad car wreck, something serious like that, you're SOL. If you don't know what SOL is, Google it. So these people, these influencers are telling these people to leave this security of their job. The first and foremost answer is what you're going to do for health and life and insurance, because you got a family to think about. Maybe you've got a wife and 2 kids. How you going to provide insurance for them? A lot of us in lawn care, it's their wife that carries on the insurance policy. Let's keep going. I ain't done yet. Y'all know that. Well, the chance of rain went away and the sun came out and it got hot. So anyway, so obviously I'm talking about the expenses of lawn care, the ones that we already know and the unforeseens. So while I'm on the topic of insurance, guys, now is the perfect time for you to leave your job and start your lawn care business. Health and life, accidental insurance, all that stuff. But so the first expense before you even fire up your lawnmower, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. Y'all can give me backlash if you want to, because I know guys that are weekend warriors and side hustle guys that even have this. If you don't have insurance before you fire up your mower, you're an idiot. Plain and simple. Because I've got 2 types of insurance. One in case stuff and another type on my trailer. My wife asks me about my trailer all the time, and I'm like, I'd rather them hitch up to the trailer and drive off with it than to steal a weed eater out of it. Because of the policy I have on it, I think it's $250, and I can replace everything in the trailer. The blowers, everything. Now, I've had to write all the numbers down, blah, blah, blah. But that's not the type of insurance I'm talking about, but you need that too. But before you start up your lawnmower, you better have liability insurance. Now, whenever I went to my insurance agent and asked him about it, he said, you need $1 million policy. I was like, dude, I'd have to tear down a whole condominium complex to do $1 million damage. He goes, you don't have to tear down a condominium complex to do $1 million damage. All you have to do is hit one rock with a weed eater and sling it into a kid riding a bicycle down the road. Think about that. So you're weed eating, you hit a rock, the rock hits the kid's parents sue your butt. So I started out with $1 million. Later on, I went to $3 million. Y'all can look at the policies. I think, don't quote me, I'll have to look at my policy, but I think I can have 3 separate occurrences going at the same time. Like I screw up 3 different times and $1 million can go to each one. I think that's how that works. I'll have to look at my policy. I don't think it's I screw up one time and it covers 3 million. I believe that's how it works. But I'm off track here. The point of it is, so before you cut your first blade of grass, you better have insurance. So expenses, you're out already. You're already out a monthly insurance premium. You haven't bought a mower, you haven't bought a weed eater, you haven't bought a blower, and you haven't put gas in them. They run on gas, unless you buy the battery ones, but still, gas and oil. But anyway, insurance is the topic on that. And then I'm just going to get to random stuff that's going to cost you money. Okay, so we've covered insurance, the money you better spend before you even sit down on that mower. So let's start with the basics, okay? Start with the trailer. Everybody's got to have a trailer to get the mowers there, right? I promise you're going to replace, if you've got 2 wheels on your trailer or 4 wheels on your trailer, I promise you're going to replace every one of those tires at least once a year. If it's not due to wear, it's due to nails, screws, potholes, whatever. The chances of running more than one season on all 4 tires or all 2 tires is probably slim and none. So keep that in mind. And the cheapest I've found on Amazon is $133 for 2 of them, $266 for 4. Is that $266 you remembered? Doubt it. You got to grease it, keep the axles greased, and God forbid something like the spring breaking, like it happened to me the other day, happened to you. So just count in some money for general repairs on it, light bulbs, stuff like that. Let's go inside the trailer. What's this? Can't weed eat without weed eater twine. You'll probably go through 1 to 2 rolls of that a year if you're doing 50 to 60 yards a week. Whips, 2-cycle oil. What's 2-cycle oil, Nick? These things don't run off of regular gas. You gotta buy 2-cycle oil. Go on Amazon, price 2-cycle oil, like a Echo 2-cycle oil. See how much that stuff is. Because 50 to 60 yards a week, you're going to go through a lot of 2-cycle oil. So that covers the whips. You still need to do air filters, spark plugs, fuel filters, and of course we covered the twine. Now let's talk about mowers. Okay, everybody's got to have a mower if you're going to have a lawn mowing business. Number 1, you bought new equipment, and so either your daddy funded it and bought you new mowers to help you get started. Number 2, you financed it because you wanted new equipment under warranty. Or number 3, you bought used equipment. So let's start there. If you bought used equipment and paid for it, you aren't going to have a payment, but get ready for breakdowns. You are going to have breakdowns on used equipment, more than likely. I'm not saying 100% positive, but more than likely, if you bought used equipment, you're inheriting somebody else's problem. They didn't get rid of that mower because it was still running like new. If you're under warranty, you have a payment every month. So now let's start this. How are you going to sharpen the blades? What do you mean sharpen the blades? Blades have to be sharpened. If you're doing 50, 60 yards a week, 2 to 3 times a week, clean the decks. So are you going to buy a tool to sharpen the blades, or are you going to take them to your dealer to have them sharpen it? I know my dealer gets in excess of $20 to sharpen those 3 blades that come on the Skag. Okay, then we're talking air filter, fuel filter. What else, guys? You know I'm forgetting something. Yeah, you replace the air filter. Oh, oil changes, hydraulic fluid, grease the spindles. I'm probably forgetting some other things, but y'all get the idea on the maintenance of the mower. Have you thought about how much it's going to cost to maintain the mower that's making you that $2,500 to $3,000 a week? Probably haven't, have you? So blade sharpening, greasing everything, filters, all that. You got to maintain these things. And like I said before on the trailer, heaven forbid you have a breakdown. If you're making a payment, you got a warranty that'll cover it. But if you're not and you bought used, I got hit with a $400 bill the other day, okay? Blowers. I doubt you're gonna, if you're just mowing, I doubt you're gonna have all this stuff. So don't worry about that. Blowers, same thing as the weed whips. Air filter, fuel filter, 2-cycle oil. So you got to maintain these things, guys. They don't just last forever. You're not just gonna grab them and every day they're good to go. You don't have to put gas in them, don't have to do anything. So, but Nick, I'm buying battery equipment. Have at it, dude. Okay. I know y'all let me know in the comments, but I want y'all to get the general idea. I'm going to miss some things because if not, this will be a 3-hour video. But you're getting the idea of what it's going to cost to run that lawn care business that you're making $2,500 to $3,000 a week on, that everybody said leave that full-time job for. So y'all can see, I actually do use the products I'm talking about. All right, we've covered insurance, trailers, and equipment. Now let's talk trucks. You're gonna go through more oil changes than you normally do. You're gonna go through more tires than you normally do. Tires are really expensive, and you need a beefier ply tire because you're towing trailer with equipment on it all the time. So keep that in mind. I think the last set of tires, I run 37 1250s. So whenever I throw this price out at y'all, you can understand why. I think I spent $1,600 on the last set of tires I put in. Also, if you're towing half-ton trucks, which I did for many, many years, eventually you're going to put a transmission in it. I think y'all remember my Silverado. I think the transmission I put in it was $3,500. So that's just, I'm trying not to make this a 25-30 minute video, so I'm going over that. But you're going to put a lot more wear and tear on your truck, oil changes, tires, possibly a transmission, and all the other regular maintenance that goes along with a truck towing a trailer 5-6 days a week. So I've got two more expenses. No, one more expense that y'all probably didn't think of, but I also want you to keep this in mind. There's not many states that you're going to be able to mow 52 weeks a year. So this $3,000 a week that you're talking about making, don't think you're going to make it 52 weeks out of the year, because you're not. 9 months if you're lucky. If you're extremely lucky, 9 months. I'd say for me, I mow, do leaf cleanups in November, but I'm still mowing sometimes. So 8 to 9 months. Now do the math on that, about $3,000 a week. And are you keeping track of how much money you're spending so far? Important note, remember what I said about you aren't mowing 52 weeks a year, because I know what these people that tell you quit your job, you make $3,000 a week, blah, blah, blah. You ain't working the whole year, guys, unless you pick up leaf cleanup jobs, landscaping, hedge trim, and stuff like that. You aren't going to work the whole year, because the grass don't grow everywhere year round. Even my buddy in Orlando, Florida, Black Sheep, there's even a part of the year where he goes down to like bi-weeklies. So just keep that in mind. Now it's 6:15. I've got two more to wrap it up, and the reason being is because I only want to come to this end of town 1 day a week. I don't want to have to come down here because it just kills my routes, kills my time. But anyway, so Nick, you've already talked about insurance, you've talked about truck, equipment, trailer. What else is there? The most important tool you have, you cost yourself money. It's hot in the summer. You're going to need Gatorades, waters. People don't realize this, but if you just drink water all day long, you can actually dehydrate yourself, because your body's losing salt and Water doesn't put salt back in your system, so you need stuff with electrolytes in it. Gatorade's full of sugars and stuff, but it helps. Liquid IV, stuff like that. Now, there's a lot of you that say, I don't eat all day. I'll wait till I get home and eat. Then there's other ones of y'all that are like me, that I have to keep snacking all day long, or I'll just get so weak that if I don't do that, y'all find me laying in the front yard somewhere because my sugar will drop and I'll just be laid out. So, guys, you got to take care of yourself. You're going to have to buy tons of water. You're going to have to buy tons of Gatorade, stuff like that. You're going to have stuff to eat. I don't recommend living off fast food. That cuts into your profit. I recommend, I've got a cooler back here that I keep full of snacks, full of drinks. Don't waste your money going in and spending $4 on a Gatorade. Go to Sam's and stock up on Gatorades and waters, or Costco, or whatever it is. Living off of fast food and gas station will cost you a fortune and eats into your profit. So you've got to keep yourself going. Now, another thing, you got to worry about downtime. I've broke each one of my wrists in the past, 3 years. I broke one back in the fall, and I broke one a couple of years ago. You're going to get injured. There's no way about it. I mean, something is going to happen if you're in this business long enough. Can't wait to hear all the comments from my awesome subscribers about what's happened to you. We get cuts. I mean, I gashed open my chin right here where a limb flew back and hit me that I cut. Most of the time our injuries are self-inflicted. A lot of times they're not. You're going to get sick. You're going to miss days. There's going to be rain days where you can't mow. There's all kinds of stuff that happens. So get this $3,000 or $2,500 a week out of your head. You should make more than that if everybody's being completely honest, and you do it correctly. You should gross more than that. I'm not going to tell you what I gross or anything like that, but if that's the criteria that you're going by, because that's what these social media influencers have told you to go by, then so be it. I'm telling you this stuff because it's stuff that they don't tell you. It's the stuff's going to happen, and y'all know the 4-letter S word that I want to use. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen more often than not, and you have expenses that you can't run your business without them. You can't run your business without 2-cycle oil. And I think I figured up the other day, 1 gallon of mixed fuel is like $8, something like that. It's $3.59 for a gallon of non-ethanol gas where I get it, and then a little 2-gallon bottle of 2-cycle oil. Add those together and divide it by 2, and it'll tell you how much 1 gallon of mixed fuel is. So don't go into this business thinking I'm going to make $3,000 a week, $12,000 a month, $120,000 a year. Y'all, is that right? No, 12,024 or so, $144,000 a year, whatever it is. Y'all do the math. You're not. I mean, not by that business model that you're being told. It's just not realistic. You're going to, and the other most important thing that I forgot to mention, and you guys are going to fill up the comment section with other things that I didn't mention, but again, I could talk about this for days, and this video could be an hour long, but I'm trying to keep it condensed. If you're going to be a legitimate business and call yourself a lawn care company, part of your money is going to the government. Don't forget that. You can't call yourself a legitimate lawn care business and say, yeah, I'm licensed and insured. You better be paying your taxes if you're going to say that you're legit. Because if you're not, you're chucking a truck. Sorry. How you may do the best work out there, the best stripes, best clientele. If you ain't paying your part to the government, you're not really a business, because that's what real businesses do. I gotta hop out and do this yard, and then I'll close it out. All right, guys. All right, guys. So without making a movie out of it, is that a good Cliff Notes version of it? And for you guys that are watching this, thinking about going into lawn care or just getting started in lawn care, I hope I gave you something to think about. And all you guys that have been doing this for a long time, that subscribe to my channel and watch all the time, like I said, I could talk about it for hours, but I just tried to hit the surface of everything without making a movie out of it. Hope you liked the video. More importantly, I hope it helps. I hope it puts things into perspective that you don't hear so often. And the next time you see a video of some little soy boy out in California with a push mower telling you he makes $3,000 a week, think of this video, okay? Guys, hit the thumbs up. I sure would love it if you'd subscribe. I have a personal goal I'm trying to get to, just for personal thing, not for YouTube fame or anything like that. Just a number I'd like to hit. So I'd love it if you'd subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a great weekend. Be sure and call your mom on Sunday because it's Mother's Day. Don't get in the doghouse. See you guys. Appreciate everything.